Well, good afternoon. Today is Thanksgiving Day, 2024, November 28th, 2024. It's approximately 15:50. That's 3:50 p.m. Central Time. And obviously I'm at home in my master bathroom. Just got home about an hour and a half ago. Put all my gear away that I brought home. And so shower, haircut, shower. Now we're going to do the shave. I'll get to the equipment in a minute. I am home by myself on this Thanksgiving Day, and my good wife has left me an assortment of food to paw my way through. And so I have some music playing in the background. Went over to YouTube, and one of the first things that popped up was Thanksgiving Day music from the 30s and the 40s. And so if it sounds kind of dated, that's why. But it comes accompanied with artwork, as such may have been found back in the day. It looks very Norman Rockwell-ish. And if you don't know who Norman Rockwell is, some of you younger guys, maybe some older ones too, I don't know. I can't say that I'm that old from the 30s and 40s, but I grew up knowing who Norman Rockwell was, the artist that was so famous for his homespun style art, and very delightful. All right. So I'm home by myself. I don't have any turkey and dressing, but I will, I'm sure, when my wife comes home, and I'll tell you about that. She'll be home, planned for her return on Saturday. So I'll be home today and tomorrow by myself. Now, let's do the equipment and get on with the preparations here. The face shave today is going to be done. Today's a special day. A special shave, and the reason is that I have completed my first solo run with my new company. If you saw the last video from Monday, it was from Sunday late afternoon, and I posted it on Monday, and I've not showered or shaved since. So today's I've got 4 days of whiskers on my face, and we're going to let the Boker 14er have their way. I am the kind of equipment that I'm using today. It's either my best equipment or my favorite equipment or my most expensive that I have in my collection, and certainly this Boker 14er would qualify. I do believe that this or another, I've got 3, maybe 4 razors that exceed $500, and this is just real close to that. And so this is either somewhere between my most expensive or my most favorite. I say favorite. Anyway, I'm going to use the Boker 14er because it looks pretty. It's got all the gold flash on it. The brush, I can certainly say, is my most expensive. It's the Plisson number 20, 30 millimeter high mountain white. It's a Badger. And it's just a delightful brush. I just love this brush, and I'm not going to tell you how much it costs, but I'll certainly let you go look it up at the Plisson website. Be sure to hit the English button because they're in France. And for my soap today, I'm going to use the Martin de Condé Vetiver. And I've got 5 different. In fact, you can see them maybe sitting up there on that shelf right there where the towels are. I've got a vetiver, I've got a fougere, I've got a rose sitting up there. Down below, I've got the original and lemon legume. And so I had the fougere there and the vetiver out, and I wanted, which one did I like better? Because I love them both. They're so natural, so earthy, so outdoor. And I think I like the vetiver the best between the vetiver and the fougere. And it's very strong between those two. And so we're going to use that today. Now, all right, so brush, soap, and razor. Let me go ahead and change subjects, and I'm going to start getting my face prepped. But let me just hold this up. And I don't think I've held both of them up at the same time before. And so this is the one that I've been using since its first purchase in January, since late last year, I think it was, and then coming into this year. And then this one is the one that showed up quite mysteriously, 31 millimeter, quite mysteriously on their website, when I thought, and all of us thought, they were sold out. And so I called them and said, first of all, I bought it. I just snatched it and closed it out. And I called them and I said, so what's up with this? How did this get back? And the story was, is that when they sell out of something, they hold 2 or 3 back, just in case some come back as defective. They have something to send out to replace the defective, and that makes sense. And so after enough time has, I'm going to sleep good tonight dreaming about vetiver. And this is just the runoff water. Look at that. Look at that. So I've had a nice hot shower, and now we're gonna, oh, look at that. This is just remarkable. When I bought the Martin de Condré soap, I bought the 5 cents, as I say, the original, the vetiver, the rose, the fougere, and the legume. And I had occasion to buy some more. So I bought the same ones over again. So I now have 2. And this has been just over 2 years, coming up on 3 years. But you can see how much is still left in this jar. And this jar runs, and you're going to say it's expensive, but I'm going to tell you it's not. As others will tell you on YouTube, it's not. This is a $70 jar of soap, but it's larger. How much is it? It's 200 grams, I think it is. I don't see the, but it's a good hefty size jar. And it doesn't take much. You can see, you could, if one was of a mind to, shave off. And what kind of shaving? Straight razor, double edge, whatever, of what I've already put on my face. And what I'm putting on my face right now is just, 2, 3 swirls, 4 or 5, half a dozen swirls. Of course, I'm going to go heavy, as I always do. Ooh, Woo, I got soap everywhere. Anyway, this is in celebration of completing my first solo run. And the load that I was on when I did my last video on Sunday, when you saw me from Fargo, North Dakota, the load was to Minot, North Dakota. I left on Saturday morning, very early, and I made it 671 miles to Heston, Kansas. Stopped at a truck stop there. Exit number 40 on I-135 up there in Heston, Kansas. And then that second day was 701 mile from Heston, Kansas to Fargo, North Dakota. And then Monday morning I left early, even earlier, and drove to Minot, North Dakota. It was 5 hours approximately over there. And I got me one badass truck, and I'll tell you more about that. It's older, but anyway. So 5 hours over, 5 hours back. It was a very long day. I got the work done. Got a little bit of soap. It got down in the scales, flopping and thrashing with my brush. Yeah, we'll go with that for now until I clean later. So by the end of Monday, after delivery, got back to Fargo and went just a little slower because I knew Thanksgiving week things were going to be slower. And so from Fargo to Belleville, Kansas, there's a Love's truck stop there on US 81 south of York. I didn't measure the miles, but it was a long day. I'm sure I did at least 630 miles. And then from there, from that Love's at Belleville, Kansas, I drove to Alma, Texas. And I've made that run many a time in my old trucks. And it's a good 10-hour drive at 65 miles an hour. Now, the nice thing about my truck is it can do more than 65 miles an hour, and it is not speed regulated, and I can go as fast as the truck can go in all sorts of terrain. And so, the speed limit in the United States, out in the country, out on the interstate, out in the country, in some places, it's 80 miles an hour. And so regularly, from Dallas to Houston, for example, it's 75 miles an hour once you've cleared the city. All right, here we go. Boker 14er. This was honed using a Shapton glass progression and finished on the True Hard, Arkansas, by Dan's Whetstone. And so here we go. I think I'm going to have I'm having a ball right now. It smells great. Got one of my most favorite razors in hand. It's got a good edge on it. And look at that, those 4 days of whiskers are just coming right off. Oh, yeah, that's delightful. And so they've designated tomorrow, my boss and my mechanic have designated tomorrow a day that they're going to work on my truck. I don't see it, so I don't know how long I'm going to be home. They've got to, the mirrors are not, anyway, totally forgot what I was saying. A wonderful start to the shave. We'll just carry on, and I will speak as things come back to my mind. I can't remember what I was talking about for nothing. And so I just gone blank. We're using a lot of my favorite and best and most expensive equipment. I got some Thanksgiving stuff going on, and so what are we thankful about? We're thankful to God. I'm thankful to God for this country, for His Son Jesus Christ, for the King James Bible in English. I am thankful for Donald Trump and the return of the King. Watching those liberal and woke individuals cry in their beer, just weeping their eyes out, screaming and just yelling and screaming. It just makes a heart glad, doesn't it? To watch all of that moaning and wailing on behalf of the losers. A transitional and shift of the generations. I don't mean generationally from, like, say, young to old, but what I mean to say is of the generations of all of the time elapsed and all of the evil that has transpired and gained dominance over the last many, many years. And now to see, we'll see how deep it goes. Yeah, that'll be very interesting to see how deep it goes. Oh, the joys of shaving with a straight razor. Nothing like it in the world. No shave compared with it in the world. And it just makes you wonder, why, other than speed, why shave with anything else but a straight razor? It just you got to have time though. That's, we become such a time compressed world. I suppose that's why I've got 4 days of whiskers on my face. Is that, I did that on purpose so I get home and have a abundance of whiskers on my face. And so I woke up in Alma, Texas, which is about about 3.5, 4 hours from my new yard. It was about 3.5 from my old yard, and now it's a little more, 345, 350 to the new yard coming in from Alma, which is just south of Dallas by about 30 miles or so. Yeah, it's a big Peterbilt truck. It's not the big square nose, it's a slope nose. And it's based on, if you know anything about, and I don't, so don't claim me an expert, about glider kits. This company has less than 100 trucks, has less than 50 trucks. This new company. And same with drivers, less than 50 drivers. And I understand now why he said we're not going to drive in California. We don't drive in California is because these trucks are not grandfathered in because they don't use diesel exhaust fluid. And diesel engines are required, diesel trucks are required to have diesel exhaust fluid in their emissions systems in California. So we don't go to California. And that's why, probably part of the reason too, why we don't go to Canada. Now, most of the products that we carry are glycol based, which is kind of like antifreeze. That's what antifreeze is made out of, a glycol. And they're just simple as can be. So the trucks will go no speed limiters, it's got forward facing cameras for defensive purposes to, hey, we didn't hit you, you hit us, that kind of thing. But no driver facing cameras, and that thing will get out, even a loaded trailer will get out on the road and haul ass. Every time I put my foot into it, I'm passing these guys, I'm going, wow. They just said, don't get a ticket. And that's fine. There's hardly any cops on the road anymore. Anyway, yeah, I know, as soon as you say that, that's when they come out with a check week. Now, I will say I saw plenty of cops on the road today Thanksgiving Day between Alma and Houston. But that's because of the holiday, I'm sure, and almost to be expected. That is feeling very good, slick and smooth. Yeah, I thought I got myself right there. I felt it. So it was a good trip. Not a lot of, it's old road to me. I've been over that thing so many times, especially going up there to Minot. What is that? US 83 out of Bismarck going north, 4-lane highway. It's a nice road, very nice road. The rest of it's all interstate, 94 from Fargo to Bismarck, and then Interstate 29 from Omaha north to Fargo, Interstate 80 from Omaha to York, US 81 south. Well, I'm glad I forgot what I was going to talk about because that music is quite entertaining, I think. And you would probably rather listen to that good music than me. And frankly, I would too. So there we go. Works out. I suppose that's one of the things I like about straight razor shaving and not doing a lot of talking, is that the shave speaks for itself. I can tell you about the stones, I can tell you about how I honed them, the razors, this razor, other razors I've got. In the end, it's about the shave. And while trying different stones and trying different experiments is all good and fine and interesting, does it shave? Because that's why we're in this, is to get a good, outstanding shave, whether a smooth and comfortable like a conical or sharp and crisp like a synthetic. And all of those are interesting and all of those are fun to use. All the different kinds of stones and the edges that they produce are all fun, all interesting. With different types of razors. You may recall my razor from Sunday was a was a wedge, a full wedge. Oh, that's just wonderful. And if you're still with me this late into the program, I say thank you. And especially to my usual regulars, Bill M. and Lukey3262. I'm still going to call his name out for a while. I haven't. He shot me a couple of text messages a few weeks ago, and that was about it. Good old that. And then Martin Shave Tests and Dapper Shaves. Sean Staplefeld, Sean G. Got a couple of his videos in. Sean, I got a couple of yours in on this last trip. I'm going to get a couple more of others. Then we got Eric, the Cajun Blade, and Greg Gallant. And you put that list together, and there's a lot of videos there. I need to get up close to the mirror. Hang on a second. Oh yeah, that feels great. All right, let's move to the head shave. Note to editor. Oh wait, that's me. Set up for the head shave. All right. Boker, 14er. Well, come on. There it is. 14er. And the head shave razor is going to be an old Bengal, TR Cadman Bengal. I'm sure I picked this up on the cheap way back in the day. Sheffield, England, post 1891. Smells wonderful, still strong as could be after an hour's worth of usage. And I don't remember that Bengal I just held up, what it was honed up on, whether it was a conical or something else. But my custom was, back in the day, And I'm sure it's the same edge from 4 or 5 years ago. It was conical. If I was doing all my Sheffields on conicals. I read somewhere once that Sheffields are very receptive to conical edges. It's always hard for me to see my lines on my head after I've had a haircut with my clippers, which I did before my shower today after I got home. Almost there, almost done. All right, I think that does it for the face shave and the head shave. Let's put on some refinements here and we'll call it done here in just a minute. Drying off and wiping off cleanly the Sheffield like I did the Boker. I'll do a stropping here in a little bit. And that's something I've got to figure out in the new truck, is because there's just not enough room. Now, to set up a strop and stretch it and out. So I've had suggestions. My good friend Bill M suggested a paddle strop, or what I did this time is that I knew that my razor was already well stropped from last usage, and so I just used it, and sure enough, I got a good shave off of it, and then cleaned it and stropped it after I got home today. Which, 4 days since usage to cleaning and stropping is not ideal by any means, but I got the job done. So what I may just do is just take a couple of razors with me, use them, and clean them when I get home. All right, what's next here? Oh, yes. Ozma, Allen Black. I put my brush in to soak here. And I just have my leftover water in the sink. I don't think anybody's gonna tattle on me for using used water. Don't want to drop that. That's still a pretty good sized block. Not bad at all. Remember to keep alum away from your razors. It will stain them. Dagnabbit. I knocked my art of shaving brush and stand over into the water that I have sitting by the sink here, and oh well. All right. Thayer, lavender. Give it a minute to all dry down. And my aftershave, the closest I could find that smelled like the vetiver that I have is the Lilac Vegetal Panade. This is an old bottle too, 10, 15 plus years. It's almost empty, and I got a couple of others in the closet. Okay, that wraps up my Thanksgiving Day shave 2024 with the Boker 14er and 4 days of whiskers. I hope that was entertaining. I almost sound like Russell Crowe, don't I? Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you down the road.